Never turn my back on every G, God forbid. Virgil got the paddock on my wrist, doing front flips, giving you my number, but don't hit me on no gun. Working
Thank
on
you
the
guys,
weekend
man.
like usual.
Thank you guys so
Way
much
off
for
it.
coming out. We definitely working on the weekend like usual. And thank you guys so much for coming out to Dames Live right here in Horizon Worlds. Same time, same place with me, the same Dame. Man, you guys are so awesome. It's been another great week here at Horizon. We learned a lot this week. And LeChocolate, I see you zap yourself over there. You want to come on over this way? I got you. Here we go. There you go. No, it's all good. And it's been a great week in Horizon. You know, I'm learning so much about what we're doing here in Horizon to reach more people. And in the coming weeks, in the coming months, the people who are closest to me, I should have some good news for you that you're going to learn more about how you can come in and see my show directly from your bed or, you know, from the comfort of your home or from your dinner table. So that news is coming down the pipe. And when I'm able to share it to you, I definitely will. In addition to that, I've got a great guest in the building today. Our guest has done a lot of great things. Like when I sat back and I was sitting and just having a conversation with her, I learned a lot about how she came into Horizon. And also the first thing that I saw that she made were these things called Legos. They're called latte Legos. And these latte Legos were like every character that you could think of. Most of the famous characters that we adore, like Kanye West and Jay-Z, amongst many more. In addition to that, she's got a new world out called The Sesh, along with another place called The Blockbuster. Also, we'll learn more about her quiz show called The Groove, I believe, but we'll learn more about that. But without further ado, before I do that, I want to introduce to you guys. I want to show you guys on your desk there, on your tables there. There's an applause button. All right. If you guys can help me, give my guest some applause when she comes out. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to some and present to others. La CHOCOLATTE. Give it up for La CHOCOLATTE, guys. Come on out, La CHOCOLATTE. Yay.
Working on the weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Swear they passed us, they doing too much.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my...
much. Well, thank you so much, La CHOCOLATTE, for coming. I remember... Yeah, thank you so much. I remember like in the first days of Dames, and I remember you coming around, and I just would have your name wrong, and you had no problem with correcting me. That's when I knew who you were, like, you know, somebody who stands firm on who they are. Tell somebody, hey, you're wrong. My name is La CHOCOLATTE, not La Chocolate, whatever you calling me. Right. Get it right. But thank you so much for coming on the show and agreeing to come on the show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Well, let's get to it. I'd like to know more. Just all of us have a different story on how we found the metaverse. You know, I found the metaverse through softball. It's simply, you know, there's a whole story behind it, but softball is the main reason why I came into the metaverse. Oh. But I'd like to know more about what brought you to this metaverse.
Well, me stumbling across the metaverse was definitely an accident. My son had a headset he had just bought. He was super excited. He had his first job that was paying him more than coins, is what he said. And he bought this, well, the Quest 2. And he was like, you know, I like this. I hear it's probably the coolest thing out. Let's try it. So he let everybody take turns on it in the house. I was the only one that was kind of partial to it. I was like, no, you know, you have fun with it. I'll get to it later. So he brought it back to me in like 24 hours. And he was like, Ma, I can't do this. Like, I can't do it. And I was like, why not? He said, I've gotten sick. Every time I put it on my head, I get sick. I can't take it. he was like, so I'm gonna let you hold on to it for a little while, and I'll just come back and get it whenever you get bored. And I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Like, what do I do with it? I was used to the PlayStation controller, so I didn't know, what these were. I was running
Right.
into stuff. I didn't know, but I ended up looking for something to do. And the first game that I downloaded on the Quest was Fruit Ninja. It was Fruit Ninja because I was like, okay, at least I know I can do that. And then I got Beat Saber, and I got bored really quick because it was stationary. Like you really don't move much. And I looked up, just was going through the apps one day, and it said Horizon. I was like, well, I'm gonna check it out and see what it's like. I love anything that you can build yourself. So, you get to build your, no, I mean like physically, like you
Yeah,
could build
amazing.
yourself like a GTA character or change it, the way you look, your hair, your clothes. And that was the first thing they would allow you to do with getting the app is like build your avatar. And I was like, okay, that looks like me. Let's see what it's about. It was nothing like I expected. I did not expect anything that I experienced here at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And that's kind of like how it was for me as well. You know, you the personal connection that when you get in here and you actually have an opportunity to like really touch and connect with people,
Hmm.
that changes the whole gaming atmosphere. You
Yeah.
know, also you did say backstage that you're into storyboards and like more story games.
Hmm.
My wife knows to this day, I'm still a GTA 5 fan, a GTA 6 fan.
Yeah.
I still play to this day. I just finished up the new heist that they got out. That was
Mm.
pretty fun. But like, what story games are you into?
I liked the games like there's one called Unravel, and it's
Okay.
basically a game where you go through and you have to fight through these obstacles to get
Yeah.
through to the end. And
Hmm.
these obstacles are not easy. They're not easy at all. It takes some brain power. It
Yeah.
takes time. So I like games that you have to be challenged to get through them. The first game I ever played in my life was Mortal Kombat on the Nintendo that you had to blow the cartridge, you know? So
Yeah.
I've always had a controller in my hand. I have big brothers, and they made sure that they used their practice on me, um, to become the best. And I ended up becoming better than them because I never unlatched myself from, competitive gaming.
Yeah.
So when it comes to puzzles and stuff like that, I like the Little Big Planet and games that make you think. Like you
Yeah.
have to use your brain. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. So you go from doing the gaming aspect,
Mm.
and then you really become like a creator. Like the latte. Okay, I'm gonna say this wrong, guys. The latte Legos, latte Legos, whatever we call them. The latte Legos. It's not whatever we call them, but
Uh,
the latte Legos. What was the idea behind those? Like, they're found in almost every world. They're in so many worlds. How many different characters do you have first and foremost,
oh man,
if you
I
can
I
guess?
I have at least maybe over 50 that are not personalized. They're just like celebrities or just different type of entities
Hmm.
of things. So I have probably over 50 of
Wow,
them.
that's
Yeah.
amazing. What's the idea behind them?
All right. First of all, I'm gonna just get this out. I go by Price over here. Um,
Shout out to Price.
Shout out to Price.
Yes, sir.
He made a Lego one time in his basement, and I believe it was Sir J. Cole. I believe that was the first one in his J. Cole basement. And I was going through a period in Horizon where I kind of felt like I was being blackballed, but that's a whole nother story. And I really wasn't speaking to many people because I really didn't know who to trust, and I was really vulnerable in this app at that time, like
Mhm.
trying to fill out friendships, trying to fill out different avenues of connections here, and I ended up okay. I
Mhm.
ended up stumbling across some people that kind of made me not really want to be in here anymore.
I understand.
So what I would do is I would just go into worlds, and I would like wallflower. I would just wallflower. So I ended up wallflowering on a Lego that he built, and eventually that was my spot. So whenever he would build his Lego or build up his Lego people, I would go and get in the corner with them. And it just sparked me one day like, damn, he makes all these different Legos, all these different basements, different flavors, different celebrities, different reasons to have the image of this person in here. Let me give it a try. And so I decided to make celebrity Legos from there. Um,
Wow.
it never really took off to me that, this is something somebody would want or something somebody is really interested in until somebody came and asked me, hey, you know, I saw that you put a Lego on Instagram.
Mhm.
Do you make them? And I was like, I mean, for fun. Well, how much would you charge? And I think I sold my first Lego for $5. And
Wow.
yeah, I
Yeah.
still don't really know the value of a lot of stuff, but um, there's people who definitely put me in my place when it comes to my craft and what I do.
Mhm.
So I mean, that's pretty much how that started. Me
Mhm.
kissing all over a J. Cole Lego in the basement.
Yeah, and that's what
Yeah,
I remember.
yeah,
And the great thing is out of what you said is that you had people around you who basically said, "Hey, this is not your value. $5 for this is not your value.
yeah,
Uh, if you put in 2 hours of work, that's if you value yourself, that's $200, regardless
yeah.
of how you value it. Some people say it's $2,000. Just depends on how you value it.
Right.
That's a great point. But now, what inspired you to build worlds? Like, how did you come across building it? What was your first
Um.
experience? Was it like
Oh my
tripping
goodness.
on? Was it like trying to walk
Nah,
like a
nah,
baby?
nah. My first like wild experience that made me say, "Oh, I got to do this," was I ended up stumbling into Andrew Money. He was trying to get this. He was trying to build up Wildin' Out here in the metaverse, and I
Yeah.
think I was maybe a good weekend, and I snuck in to a
Yeah.
session that they didn't really know like closed and all of this yet.
Mhm.
So he tried to pack it out, and I was hiding behind a chair because I just wanted to watch, but I didn't want to be a part of it. And he was like, "There's somebody over there behind the chair," and I was like, "Damn, I'm caught." So I came out, and I ended up being on his first season of Wildin' Out. Just I guess they, thought I was funny or whatever at the time. But after after leaving that,
Shout out to Andrew Money.
it's shout out to Andrew Money.
Mhm.
Um, After leaving that day, well, leaving as if we had legs at the time, but like putting my headset down that day, I was like, dang, I want to be able to do something that I initially wanted to make a world where people could come and sing. I was like, but I have absolutely no idea of how he even put that in. And it was so primitive back then. Like it was a shape there, and something in the middle. But no matter how it looked, it just collected people. Like it
Yep.
became a social situation.
Yeah.
Um, and I was like, you know what? I want to try it. I want to meet new people. COVID was just now like on the down slope. So I have social anxiety. I mean, I seem like it, but I do.
Mhm.
And for people to just be in my presence, but not physically in my presence, was the most amazing thing to me at that time.
Wow.
So that is what triggered me to build, was going into Wilding Out and realizing I could still have fun with humans without being with them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's how that began. For real.
Jumping into build mode, trying to manipulate different shapes. I
Yeah.
mean, it's definitely an experience. I've had
Yeah.
that experience as well.
Yeah.
Now, Price, he brags every week about being the winner of some, what is it, the Virgo's Groove. I need to know more
My God.
about this
Okay. So
trivia game because I might need to show up. I need to show out,
yeah, you should.
show out on Price. Yeah, I need to come out there and show him who's the boss.
Yeah, so
So tell me
he
more.
swears up and down, and I have to give him his clout. I do have to give him his clout. He is a hard one to beat. So, Virgo's Groove is basically where I do music, all things music trivia, and this
Okay.
is it's more centered around art culture.
So
If
you
that
should
makes
do
sense.
good at games. We'll see.
Oh
But go ahead.
gosh. So, um, basically that world was just sitting there. I was building something for, I don't know if you know Super Scent. She owns the crayon case. um she's a multimillionaire now.
Hmm.
She didn't have and I've always bought her products, but I never got to meet her. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So she was just on one day and she was saying, I would like to have one of these buildings, yada yada. I was like, well, I could
Hmm.
build it, not knowing, how to charge people. And I didn't even
Hmm.
want to charge her or anything. I just wanted to build it because I've been a fan forever
Oh
of
yeah.
her products. So I ended up building her crayon case,
Hmm.
and coming to find out she didn't even have a real uh store in real life. She sold from her, you know, like online and stuff like that. So I actually
Hmm.
built her first building, whether it was virtual or not. I was the first person to build it.
That's
And that
amazing.
was big props to me.
That is
So
amazing. Yeah. Hmm.
in the middle of building the crayon case, I was learning how to snap really good and just put colors and textures and all of this. And I remembered I said I wanted to do something that reminded me of comfort,
Hmm.
how
Hmm.
she felt comfortable in her first building. So I was like, "Oh, you're getting a bottle of bub behind
Hey,
you."
Bro, be
thank you so
quiet.
much, Jaden.
Bro, let me see.
so, um,
I'm
so I
trying.
ended up thinking about a
Let me
place when I was a little girl. My mom used to take me to a record
Hmm.
store, and I had my own little corner. And I just remember the ability to put records on a little small personal record player and basically do what I wanted to do in there, and I had free reign. And I could play any song I wanted to play. I could get free candy and free popcorn. Oh, it's the baby. Oh, how you doing? That's nice to know. I appreciate the bottle.
I have one hand.
Oh man, straighten your arms out like this. Whoop, never mind. Y'all call him an Uber? My God, what happened to Dame?
Yeah, it's all good.
There we go.
All right, it's all
Give him a
good,
give him a
guys.
round of applause. Let him back
Thank you, guys.
in.
Appreciate that. So I'm still learning how to use the moderator tool. So here we go. Let's get this moderator tool out here. Or did y'all get rid of the kid?
Yeah, he's gone.
Okay, praise God.
Yeah,
Thank you.
they called him an Uber.
I mean,
um,
come on now.
yeah, I mean, I don't know what that was
That's for
about.
somebody. That's for somebody.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Definitely right.
Right.
Yesterday's
So,
price
like I was saying,
is
I
not
wanted to build
today's
something that was
price.
comfortable. I had already put a lot of buildings in
We
here,
certified.
but I wanted something just a tad bit more personal, to
Hmm.
me. And one thing always remembered is I love music. I play the guitar, self-taught. So
Wow.
I just wanted to do something that just represented music.
Yeah.
So little by little, brick by brick, quote unquote,
Hmm.
it took me 3 months to build Virgo's Groove. So what I do there is I quiz people to see their knowledge of the song. I'll play a song for 4 seconds. You only have 4 seconds to give me the song title and the artist. And
Really.
yeah, and if you get in a group, you pick a captain, and then your team wins, and you get a trophy for VIP of that week. Real life kind of intertwining with this life. You kind of have a hard time making sure you can keep those schedules, but it's definitely something I'd like to continue um,
Wow.
to get on a more steady schedule. But Virgo's Groove is probably one of my favorite worlds. Yeah.
Well, continue to do that. I mean, the
Mm.
first time I went by Virgo's Groove, it gave me that feel as if I was in the record store. I'm just
Yeah.
chilling in the record store, vibing, listening to the music. It's
Yeah.
amazing to find out that you're a musician as well.
Yes.
Shout out to that. My dad plays the bass, so
Oh, nice.
I've
Yeah.
always grown up with that bass line in the back of my head.
Yeah.
Because it's always there. Last but not least, Le Chocolate.
Mm.
What word advice would you give to these upcoming and up and coming creators?
Oh,
Some of the new ones that are out there who are
excuse me.
trying to make their niche.
Um, if I could give a word of advice to someone trying to find themselves in Horizon,
Mhm.
from a creator's point of view, is to not give up when you don't succeed in what you're trying to do. Because if you just rotate that block in a different direction, it may be exactly what you want.
Mhm.
So, from a creator's point of view, I would definitely say do not give up. Now, from a social point of view,
Mhm.
my best advice is to view everything
Mhm.
inside later. Like pay attention to everything and make
Yeah,
your choices later. Yeah.
I love to hear that. That's great advice.
Yeah.
Simply don't give up. And the second one is pretty much how I go about life. Um, innocent until proven guilty.
Yes,
You know,
exactly. Pre all
until
things.
you do something that is just a little bit odd, a little bit
Yeah.
off.
Oh, I have one more thing for
Yeah, yeah.
both of them. It's just to
Mhm.
literally be yourself. Like the same person you are when you take this headset off, be the same person inside of it.
Yes.
Because when they meet you in real life or they get to meet the real version of you, they're gonna be like, nah, this is not being a
Yeah.
catfish from an avatar is already wild, but having a whole different personality or not being who you are, that's a quick red flag to me, and I tend to stay away from that type of energy. Yeah.
Oh, the catfish. Tell me more. Tell me more. I've got to know more about the catfish. Is there really catfish out here? I don't know.
Yeah, believe it or not, it is. And I'm not even talking about looks.
Yeah.
I mean, just in general, you meet a person on here and they are one way, and
Yeah.
then you get to see a live of them or you get to see them in real life and their real behavior. And it's like, damn, if I was to meet this person in a real natural, non-virtual setting, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
Or I've had an opposite situation happen to me where someone told me, damn, I thought, can I say bad words?
No, you're good. You're good. Go
Okay,
ahead. Yes.
so like I had someone tell
Perfectly
me,
placed. Let me go ahead and make a disclaimer here, because I've been wanting to say this. Because once again, my dad's a preacher, so he's
"Oh,
like,
I'm not saying it."
he really looks at things and says, hey, if you cuss, it's because you have a bad vocabulary. Um, and I've always wanted. I love my dad, but I just want to prove him wrong. A perfectly placed cuss word can still roll, as long as it's
Yeah,
perfectly placed.
yeah,
As long as you're not cussing just because.
right.
As long as it's
No, no, no.
perfectly placed, I think you still make it to heaven.
I,
But go ahead.
well,
Stub your toe. It's okay to
that's
say
proper.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Go
I've
ahead.
recently, and this I've been in Horizon now for 2 years, so I
Yes.
recently had someone to tell me flat out, I thought you were a bitch. Like
Mm.
I thought you were inapproachable. Like I thought that and I did ask this person what made you feel that way. And they're like, "Well, I had heard from this," but I said, "Exactly." I said, "You never came to me. You never
Yeah.
wrote me. You never asked me." And I was like, "Well, how do you feel now?" She was like, "I need your help. Like, I need your help. If I would have
Yeah.
known, how creative you really are." She told me she took the chance to go through my worlds and actually see that my talent spoke louder than anybody could say,
Mhm.
anything about me. And I was like,
Mhm.
well, maybe that's a life lesson for you. Instead of
Yeah.
going by what other people say, seek for yourself. That's what I meant by watch all things and decide later. So,
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
Mm,
It's a great advice. Great
mm.
advice. Great advice. Man, we've got La Chocolate in the building, you guys. And the mic is hot. If
All
you've had
right.
an opportunity to go to her world and had an opportunity to speak with her or like to give her some flowers, here's your opportunity.
Lord Jesus.
The mic is open. And Better Clean Rupert in the building.
Well, I'm gonna
Hey.
get up
What's
here
going
before
on, man?
Price makes everybody emotional, so I want to be first. Dame, thank you. Awesome show once again, sir. How are
Thank
you?
you. Pretty good at
Uh,
doing what?
the chocolate latte, man.
Yeah.
I tell you, our relationship is one where, for those that don't know, I also suffer from a bit of social anxiety, so I don't really enter a lot of social spaces. And because of that, we don't hang out a lot. Um, and, I'm an observer of this space. I've studied people and movement and relationships, and I've watched her be excluded from things that she shouldn't necessarily have been excluded from.
Wow.
Definitely one of the most talented creators on the platform. One of my favorite creators, as I found out as I was swimming in a hot cup of hot chocolate, which was in those early stages was a lot for me to take in.
Yeah.
Right. Like you, PlayStation, I mean GTA 5, I played every single day. Haven't touched it since I've been on the platform.
Oh, you're missing out. You're missing out.
No,
But
the
let me
kids, the
but
kids
let
are
me tell
taking
you,
over.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
you know, I knew you were misjudged for your character because I saw, I think, in the early stages what your heart really was. But man, I asked you to be a part of a project to this day has still been probably the most impactful thing I've done for anybody in here based on the results. And the love that she poured into that thing for a complete stranger um, was impressive. I mean, we still don't really talk about it to this day because it's personal to that person.
Yeah.
But man, I tell you, I saw you in a renewed and complete different light after that project. And you know, we don't talk about it, we don't go back to it, we don't make it a big deal. But man, that thing was different.
Yeah, it was.
But also, I think the thing that always strikes me most about you, which I know we've had maybe more than one conversation, is the ability to believe in how dope you are, because you truly are incredible. And whether anybody else sees it or not, it's just a matter of time before people recognize it. So you are right. Never give up. Right. That is always going to be the theme, and you will realize everything that you have coming to do. I promise you. Just I love you as a creator, and I love you as a person, and it's really been an honor knowing you. So just keep doing what you're doing, sis.
Why y'all gotta
Yes.
be like this? Don't be like
Reflections.
this. Right now.
Yes. I love it. I go by Price. Mr. Price. What's going on,
What's up?
man? Not much.
Not much, man. I'm just so glad you gave my girl an opportunity to come up here and talk and give her story a little bit. But the Chocolatte's is somebody I met in here. We were cool and our relationship blossomed. This is now my girlfriend at this point. If you ever see me post a sweet potato on Instagram, it's because of her. Because she feels like home and sweet potato pies remind me of home. So that's how she got that nickname. Yeah. But I just want to come up here and give you your flowers. You know how I feel about your work. That's why you are on all of my work. If y'all don't know, La Chocolatte's is like, she's a huge part of the basement and a whole bunch of other builds of mine. You know, we're just on each other's stuff. You inspire me every day. I consider you my muse. And I think your brain is brilliant. And that's kind of what attracted me to you, because I felt like we vibed on like an internal level, you know. From the outside looking in, our personalities, I think, are different. But internally, on a deeper level, on a more spiritual level, we're like together as one, without a doubt. I just wanted to ask a question of how much are your Legos?
You know I don't know that. No, I don't really. Oh Lord, I know.
Hopefully they went up 10 times from
They
$5 to
did, literally, from
5,000.
what he not that much, but I'm still in the middle of figuring out my pricing for that. Like I said, I don't like to feel, like I'm doing too much.
Well, if you ever need a place to,
I wish
display
I
a
could
Lego,
hear what he's
got
saying.
space over here. Oh, you might be in a party over there, medically.
My goodness.
No,
probably
I'm just
can't.
not going to put her on the spot because I know what I told her they're worth,
I know.
and I need you to believe it.
Okay,
That's right.
I will.
Hi, Miss La
That's
Chocolate.
Malik
How
in the
you
building.
doing?
Funny thing, me and this woman has never even had a conversation before, but the other night, MetaClean took me to one of her worlds.
Oh,
You are something special, and I don't even know you. Just the detail. What's the little smoke room that you
the
made?
sesh, yeah.
Oh my God. I was, and he could tell you, I was just saying, oh, just like, oh, and I've seen some things on here that just left me speechless, but that world is
Oh, my
beautiful.
goodness.
I said, then this lady is something special. I'm going to see your other works because I'm
Yeah.
just that open right now. I'm in the middle of trying to build something myself, but I'm like, man, this lady got some skills.
Oh,
Like,
I
oh
love that.
man, you took
Thank you
so
so
much
much.
thought and just Yeah, it just said a lot about you. Your work speaks a lot about you. And if nobody is willing to take the time to get to know who you are, then that is truly their loss.
Man, thank you so much.
That's all I
I
wanted to say.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
Man.
Amazing words. So yo, Afro in the building. Thank you so much for coming out.
Yo, hey man,
Hey,
I just
yo.
want to say, man, it's been a pleasure meeting you. I just had the opportunity to sit down with this young lady, and like Ms. Malika said, Metaclean has been that person to connect everyone. And yo, man, I'm telling you, I got to see your world and what you have done for me. I actually got a Lego from La Chocolate, and I go by price. They set it up for me, and I must say thank you once again for that, because you truly captured me in a whole Lego like I would have never thought. So for all of y'all that are interested, please go and check them out. Go see what she's done, because she is the bomb. So huge salute to you, and thank you for all your time, everything that you've been putting in, because your worlds are just crazy. Yo, y'all need to go check out that Cocoa Cup. What's the name of that world? What's the what's the name of that world, Meta?
That's my
Yes,
first
House
world
of Cocoa.
ever.
Go
Yeah.
y'all go check that out for real, for real. It's so off the chain. But yeah, I just wanted to give you your props, say huge salute, and keep doing everything that you're doing. You are winning, you are shining, and you are so
Oh my
super dope.
gosh, thank you so much.
Thank you
Wow,
so
man,
much,
you can't start
Afro,
crying. What in the
for your
world?
words. Hey, the funny part is that we never know who we're touching. We never know who's out there, who's watching, who's seeing. Some things you told me backstage, I didn't even know. But thank you so much. Meta Chief in the building.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Chocolate?
Chilling.
Hey.
So yeah, I definitely want to give you your flowers. You know, you're probably one of the most overlooked and underrated creators in here. And we don't show our appreciation, that much. So definitely want to give y'all your flowers. And a fun fact about La Chocolate, she was almost a Regal boxing champ.
Oh.
Yeah, Chocolate got hands, so please don't get on her bad side.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
Listen, if that wasn't a confidence booster, he reached out to me and I thought it was a joke. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I don't know why somebody would want me to box, but I do got hands in real life. I can brag on myself, right? But I went and actually boxed, and it was all put to. That's another inspirational thing to see somebody like what you have and Rupert to organize something and it go on like it's a show. You prep for it. So he had this whole setup. I'm originally from Florida. He had the palm trees. It was my Jamaican heritage flag is flying in the back. I felt like I was out there. You hear me?
Yeah.
So, and I ended up winning the first round.
Yeah.
And then the next dude, I don't know what he was on. He was on something because he took me out quick. But that first win made me feel like I was a real boxer in real life. So to give me that feeling, you know what you're doing back there too. I appreciate that.
Meta Big Chief.
Yeah.
Victor 3000 in the building.
What up,
What's going on, Dave?
What's going on?
Just want to say, it was a pleasure to have met you in the meta and in real life. She the same in and out of this Oculus.
That's amazing.
Piggyback off what Miss Malik was saying about your talent. A lot of people in here just be building to build, but she kind of like me. So she builds for the vibes, So when you go to her world, most of them is like a vibe, off the topic of the world. And then when you get there, it's exactly what it's supposed to be. It's, it's a reflection of what she said it was and what she made it. So I just want to say, appreciate your talent in here. Appreciate you as a human being. And
oh man, I love it. Thank you so much.
Bang.
Wow,
Victor
man.
3000. Yeah, boy. Guy. Hey, Joy Rain in the building.
Joy.
Hey there. Hey, little chocolate girl.
Joy.
Hey, I just had to come up here and give you your flowers as well. Every time that we would do those world hops at night and we would come to your world, you will welcome us with open arms and absolutely love your world. So thank you so much for being so welcoming and I just want to encourage you as well, being a person that people misunderstand and don't know who you are, but goes off of what people say. I completely understand that. But what I want to encourage you is that you just keep being you, and eventually those people will see who the real you is. Just like you said, the girl had to come up to you and say, I heard you were such and such. Girl, listen, you don't know how many times I get that as well. And so I want to encourage you as well. Just keep going, keep being you, keep being that light and shine, girl. And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. Y'all got real. I'm crying for real. She is like sunshine. I've never met her in real life, but like when I think of Joy Rain and also her husband, they really give, like, you know how they say people give you joy? Like it's a real feeling. It's a real feeling. And I've never met her in real life. I do watch her, lives and here it's just her face is always smiling. I couldn't even imagine like if it was mad for real. Like you're probably not even mad for real. Like I don't think you can give that off. She just seems so bubbly and bright. And I love to be in that energy. I love that. I love that. You can feel it through a virtual setting. You know it's real in real life. You know it.
Of course, and I agree with that. Every time I run into Joy, she's always happy. But JD probably has a different story than all of us.
Look how it's
But thank you guys so much. The mic is still hot. If you have anything to say to our creator, as we know, we don't always get an opportunity to give our creators flowers. Sometimes we go to visit their worlds and they're not even there. Another great thing is that you just never know who you're impacting when you're building these worlds. When you're away from it, there's people coming by and they're still seeing that. And just continue to make great vibes and great builds for people.
I like to add something before you go forward. I do have a world that I built here. I have a very hard time entering into this world. And even though this is virtual, I could take the headset off if I ever feel like it. I was in such a vulnerable spot in my real life. A lot of people don't like to talk about it, but I think at some point, everyone has come to a standstill, a stalemate in their life where they actually question their life.
Oh yeah, fork in the road.
Yes. And they get those feelings of worth, get those feelings of, is it worth to try? Is it worth getting up today? Like, is it worth? And I've been there as a mother. It's kind of hard to not, when you have such a heavy responsibility of raising other human beings.
Yes.
The name of that world is called Reflection. And I've gotten so many DMs about women who go in there, men. I just found this out like last week, who have gone in that world and will just cry. And I think sometimes people don't understand that we are humans having a spiritual experience. And in here, we are spiritual beings having a virtual experience.
Oh, wow.
Either way, we are intertwined in ways that we don't understand. If you guys would know the energy and the heaviness in my heart, in my mind, and in my spirit when I built that world, you can feel it. So if you ever have a chance, I have 1,000 things that I've put out. But if you ever have that feeling of vulnerability in life where you just need a place to think and have a different perspective, the world is called Reflection. And like I said, I go in there when I'm in my darkest and I leave feeling better. I left something in that build and I can leave it there when I leave. But if you ever get a chance, I'm especially speaking to the women, not excluding the men, but it's all about perspective when you go there. So I invite everyone. The world is called Reflection. If you would like, give it a try. Yeah.
Reflection.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
definitely go out there and check out Reflection. It's one of those worlds that is personal.
It's very
to
personal.
La Chocolate.
You will feel it when you
Yeah.
walk in, because I know I do. I
Yeah.
know I do. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Um, our mic is still open. I don't want to rush through this because we do have a great creator on the stage. But if you do not have any further questions for my friend, there's only one way that you make it off of Dame's live stage,
Oh Lord.
and that's through the hot seat. Yeah.
The music.
Let me bring her. I gotta bring a fire. Rah! No, I'm just kidding. All right, I'm back to regular Dame. I turned into a monster there for a second. But first and foremost, I've got to know, for Women's History Month, who are your top 5 most influential women in your life?
Oh, in my life.
In your life, or you can say hypothetically. I mean.
All right. I'm going to start from the 5 to the first. 5 would have to be the first woman in the metaverse that I met in here, which was Angel the Artist.
Wow, shout out to Angel.
Angel the Artist she gave me this inner celebrity in here. And I was just like, oh, I don't want to be that.
Yeah.
But she definitely motivated me to be like, oh yeah, yes. So Angel the Artist is my 5.
I've had Angel on the show, and she has the power to do that.
Yes. I would say my number 4 will be my mother. And I know you would think, oh, why is mom not number 1? You grow, and people have their placements in your life. And for the reasons I put her there, that is why she's my motivator reason. Number 3, I would have to put 2 people in one, and it's actually 3 people in one. It's my daughters. My daughters are all at different ages, but I can see myself at each age. And not being that I've lived that, what you think you're about to do, I've done it 10 times over. And they don't know that they're my motivation, not knowing that I'm teaching them and they're still teaching me as well. So, number 2, this is going to sound really strange. Okay?
Oh, nothing sounds strange on Dame's live stage.
Just go with it. It's the cartoon character Pocahontas.
Okay, yeah.
Shout out to baby, you know why. But Pocahontas has such a love for protection of family. No matter how she was drawn and pulled away from what was important, she always came back and remembered how important it was to be for family. Wow. And just realizing your family doesn't necessarily have to be your bloodline. As long as you are real to yourself and real to the ones you keep around you, I think that's just as strong as being blood related to anyone. So Pocahontas taught me, besides what I was learning in life and from my mom, what love really was and what family really was.
That's amazing. That's a great point.
Thank you. And last but not least, the top motivating woman, not to sound selfish, is myself. I've taught myself in so many ways that I can be strong. I'm strong. No matter how weak things seem to get, no matter how things seem to get out of order, if I'm able to restore myself, I can restore the world. So it's myself. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, I mean, how do you top that type of, like, it sounds very well thought out.
Because I mean it.
I mean it, and it sounds like you mean it, and I love to hear it. My next question for you, pretty quirky. You have a hidden talent that we don't know about. Can you sing like chocolate? That's what I want to know.
I self-taught myself. I can, but that's not hidden.
Okay,
like you can see my videos on some of my Instagram, my TikTok. But I will give you a true hidden talent that I actually can do.
Do a backflip.
Nope. Do you know how old I am? I can probably run faster and jump farther than you. I have very, very, very strong legs, and I'm very fast. in real life. So I don't know why that matters, but I can run very fast. I'm getting over severing my foot from the leg.
Really?
Oh yeah, I have
Yikes.
metal in my leg now. So just imagine how fast I can really run. Don't try me.
Well, you and me too. I broke my ankle about 2 years ago, but I just fractured.
Oh no,
I
this
had
was
it.
severed.
Yeah.
Severed.
Oof.
I'm being held together by 9 screws and 2 metal plates.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Yeah, that was another reason why I got so immersed in here. I couldn't walk.
Understood.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, the good thing is that we have found out you do have a hidden talent.
Yeah.
You're probably faster than me, but
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty fast.
I could probably challenge you one day. Who knows? Before we get too old.
Beaten by a girl before. Disclaimer, my wife is actually laughing at me. Disclaimer, I went to high school with Lolo Jones. Let me just go ahead and say that.
Oh, wow.
If you know who Lolo Jones is, then that's the only girl that's ever beat me. Yeah, she beat me in practice.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
But let me say, it was like the 3rd race, so it was kind of like I was already tired.
You was tired. That's what it was.
That's what it is, you know.
Yeah.
And only one way you can get out of here. 2 ways. One is through the hot seat, and the other way is through dance.
Hey, you gotta help me out.
Hopefully you've got a great audience. It looks like we got a great audience. And I'm pretty sure they're gonna help you crawl through this dame's games.
Okay.
So first and foremost, without further ado, if you're on mute, go ahead and come off mute and just yell out at our guest. She'll be able to hear you. Let's go ahead and go with our first one.
Dang, I haven't seen this in a while.
Okay, so it's a movie.
It's about these guys in a fraternity. They were stepping. It's a black film, I'd say.
College?
They were in college, yeah.
Golden Sands? No, Burning Sands?
Yeah, Theta.
Stomp the Yard.
Yes.
Oh, that was good.
That's what I do.
Okay. Slow him down right here. Slow him down.
Prince's music. Prince's.
This is synonymous with Prince.
Prince's movie.
Is it a movie? Purple Rain?
Yes.
You know, I start out easy.
Bro, you're on
and
mute.
they just get a little bit.
She put the clothes in the car and burnt it. Is that movie?
Oh, waiting to exhale.
Yeah.
Yeah, she might go through these.
Kenan and Kel, they had the secret sauce.
Good Burger.
Yep.
All right.
I'm telling you, this is what
I was about to say his name. He has that lightning bolt on his head with the round glasses.
Harry Potter.
Oh goodness. All right. Quick
that
commercial
it?
break.
You got some more?
She's moving too fast. Quick commercial break. All right. And
Come
on to
to
the next one.
Blockbuster Trivia is what I do.
Jody.
Let's go over there.
Jody.
Oh, baby boy. Come on.
She only needs one clue.
It's what I call my grandmother. But what would I call her house?
Big Mama's house.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I think Price got this. Go ahead, Price.
And see, I don't remember this movie too well.
He was a machine that he got
without giving it away.
It was a robot that protected the neighborhood.
He was
This
a
is
police
like
officer
old.
cyborg. Police officer cyborg.
Police Officer Cyborg.
Movie from the
Very
80s.
old movie.
Black movie.
No.
Not a black movie.
Police Officer Cyborg.
It had 1 or 2 black people in it.
I haven't seen this movie in God knows
It's
how
actually
long.
one of the first. It's an old movie.
Yeah, very old.
RoboCop?
Yeah.
Yay! Disclaimer, that's my wife's favorite movie.
I think we just watched
horror
this in St. Louis.
Say my name three times in the mirror.
Yeah.
This has to do with bees, and this is Candyman.
Okay, all right.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He's on down.
Michael Jackson, Diana Ross in the movie.
They're in a movie together?
Yeah.
Get on down, get on down.
Yep.
This is The Wiz.
The Wiz. I should have made this harder.
Oh, you're working on a project that has to do with this house that you were talking to me about, that you showed me, about the dimensions of the house?
Oh, babe, come on.
Bart,
Wait a minute.
Come
Homer,
on now.
Marge.
Oh, The Simpsons.
Jesus.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Price is giving it away without giving it away.
Yeah.
I know.
Square
Bikini
pants.
Bottom.
Krabby Patty.
Said the word.
SpongeBob
Can't say the
SquarePants.
word.
Oh, sorry.
That kind of gave that
I'm
one
sorry.
away.
I'm sorry.
He has some nice R&B albums actually. But he played Ray Charles. He played.
Oh, Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
You
she
get a
just
car.
did
You
that.
get a car. You
Oh,
get
Sister Act.
Whoopi Goldberg.
She's a nun.
Okay.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Precious. The mama on Precious.
Oh my goodness, Monique.
Monique.
I don't know why I just said
by the way.
Parkers, but
Yeah.
Cookie.
Cookie, Taraji P. Henson.
All right, yeah, we're gonna take a quick commercial break here. You know. Just zooming way too fast through these. You won't get this.
Yeah, I don't know who this is.
Yes.
Come on, somebody.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, all y'all is speechless too.
They ain't gonna have to get the hints.
Look, he's like, yes.
Somebody knows who this is.
Who is it?
Somebody in this building knows who this is.
Come on, Andrew. Without telling me the person's name, what are they famous for? What is this?
I don't even know the person.
I think Touched by an Angel.
Oh,
Is that
oh
it?
my goodness! Wait a minute, I can see her. Let me explain to you.
person?
No, that's not it. That's not
Okay.
it.
What's one of the worst candies ever?
Hey, chill out, bro. Don't do that.
What's one of the worst candies ever? It's kind of like
She ain't gonna say
M&M's.
She ain't gonna say that.
It comes in a cup.
What's one of the worst candies ever is in the shape of an M&M.
First word.
You confusing her.
Oh yeah, y'all got me. I don't know. I thought we were talking about people.
First word.
We is
Y'all
talking
talking
about
about
people, but the first name or the word rhymes with one of the worst candies.
It's chocolate with
It's like a
peanut
chocolate
butter
cup.
in the middle.
Oh wait, hold on. Is this a black woman?
So yeah, let me help you
Wait,
with this
wait,
one a
wait,
little
wait.
bit.
Was she in
had
Harlem
a 50
Nights?
part. No, she had a 50-part series on TikTok.
Who the fuck is that?
Oh,
Wow.
I didn't know her name.
50-part series on TikTok.
After that, marry.
I didn't know her name. I just saw the story.
After that, marry.
Who did I marry? That
Yeah.
woman?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
What's
know
her
her
name?
personally. She's not a celebrity to me.
They
Blank
talked about her on the
Pieces,
radio
Candy.
this morning.
It's
That's the only
Candy.
reason why I put her in.
I would never guess that name.
Reese's?
Yes, that's the first
Reese?
name.
I don't know the person, so you got me on this one.
Risa
Dang.
Tisa.
Risa Tisa, yes, this is like.
Yeah, I
I'm
thought
not
she was
gonna know
more
that
famous
person.
than what she is. I would know.
Or like that.
No.
Y'all got me with
She had
that.
24 hours.
She's
You know her
trash.
story, not her name.
Yeah.
All right. You will not get this one if you do.
Okay.
The Underground Railroad.
Yes.
Oh,
Is this a woman?
Yes.
What? Yes.
Journey
no.
Smollett.
No.
Underground
What?
Railroad.
She's talking about the show. She's thinking about the show.
Language. I'm sorry. I was thinking about the show that came on. It was really good.
Yeah,
Harriet
it was a
Tubman.
good show. Actually.
Oh
Yes.
man, the diversion did not work on that.
I get to watch the show. I'm
Oh, I
sorry.
got a couple
Hey,
of her
Can't
basements.
stand
Best
her.
female
Can't
rapper
stand her.
ever.
No, not really.
Please, it's not
Oh.
Nicki Minaj.
Best
Stop.
female rapper ever. Stop playing with her.
No,
He's such a barb. It's
never.
The
ridiculous.
greatest ever. All right, well
No.
that ends
Hell
our
no.
game.
How many were there?
There was 20. There
20?
was 20 altogether.
You only
So I
guessed
got
one.
19.
You got 19,
I got
but
19.
I threw a wrencher in there. I should have.
You almost beat my record, almost.
Did you get onto it? My goodness. So before you go on, this is why this is what makes me so excited about Virgo's Groove and about Blackbuster is this is what I do. I go through and I spend hours at a time writing down questions about certain movies, about music, and then I quiz the people who come into the world on it because I am a Rolodex when it comes to movies and when it comes to I was raised by the tube. I'm an
Okay,
80s
yes.
baby. You know what I mean?
I
The
like to
radio
hear it.
and the TV raised me, so this is what I do, and I would love it if you could come out to one of them.
Yeah.
It's really fun. It really is.
I'm gonna be there. I thought y'all had one last Friday, but
I don't.
thought
Was
there
that last
was an
Friday?
announcement.
I did have something at Blackbuster, but it didn't really go well. I was in the best mindset that night, but this right here just motivated me to want to just do it again. Like
Let's
you know?
do it. Yeah, I want to beat up Price on the points there. I want to not
That
beat
will
him up,
never
but
happen, sir. It
Definitely,
will.
definitely
People
want to give
think
him his
that, and it
first
just
L.
it does not happen. It
Wait,
just don't
can
happen.
you open your mic one more
But please
time?
come and try.
Oh, is that a
My
challenge?
mic.
That is definitely a challenge. I
All
challenge
right.
anybody. I'm
Yeah, he
unbeatable.
does.
I'm
My
You got
unbeatable.
to
God.
challenge, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna bring Andrew
Andrew.
Money with me. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
I've
so
already
what
beat
one.
Andrew.
No, he
That's
didn't.
not
you already
happening.
beat
I
Andrew.
already
Oh, they
beat
Stop
about
it.
to argue.
Only thing
Stop
Andrew
it.
could beat
Stop
me
it.
in is
Hold,
darts.
stop it.
That's the only
Listen,
thing he could beat me
we
in.
gonna wait because this our show right now. We gonna wait, but you know what it is.
Well, I'm glad you showed up late, as you always do, in your funky suit. I was telling them how I
And you
stumbled
got a big
across.
shout out today as well. Andrew.
Yes, I was telling them how I stumbled across
Hey,
you.
get off my table. Get
Yep,
off my
that's
table,
reserved.
yo.
The disrespect.
That's reserved, yo. You get your feet on my table, Andrew Money.
I was telling them how I met you in Wildin' Out and how I ended up getting there.
Yeah.
But
She
they,
snuck her ass in.
oh my gosh, I told you
Hiding
I
behind the
wasn't supposed
chair.
to be there. I was hiding and I got caught. But it was probably the best thing that happened. So it works for me.
It's amazing. That's amazing. Well, thank you first and foremost. Thank you so much, La Chocolate, for first and foremost for agreeing to come on the show. Whenever I send the invites out, it's always a shot in the dark, and it's always great when people repeat back to you and say, "Man, it's an honor to be on your show. What are you talking about?" I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "I'm just a nobody, just trying to highlight our creators and the great things that we have going on here in Horizon." And I like to thank you for your words in the backstage. Even if we bring them up front stage, those words in the backstage,
I would like to bring it up.
meant a lot. They meant a lot.
For someone who, like I said, you have it set up, you know exactly how your show goes, and it's the repetitiveness and not giving up on how you like it to be. This man did not know how heavy his name was here in the metaverse. He doesn't understand that he holds weight.
That's right.
So when I got that invite, it was the same feeling I got when I went to Rupert. You guys are the only people in my 2 years that have given me an interview. I want you to know that.
Wow.
So that
Amazing.
that
Shout out
feeling,
to
as
Rupert.
as Price, I was like, what am I gonna say? This is Dame. Like that when it was time for me to go on his show, this is Rupert. Like y'all are heavy in here, and it's an honor for me to sit here. Like I don't think you really recognize you.
Well, thank you so much, first and foremost. Those words mean a lot. And I just want everybody to know, that's not my goal. I appreciate it. I can't wait to meet everybody. You're like the mystique of not seeing Dame. It's not like I don't want to show my face.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't want to show my face,
Yeah. I like it though. It adds that, yeah. Who is Dame? Come find out. Come to his shows and you'll know exactly who he is. Stop worrying about it and come see for yourself.
Yeah, I look exactly like this in real life, so don't worry. I'm very greasy on the face and greasy around the hands. So. Last but not least, we're just playing around. We got 2 minutes left. The mic is open. If you have something going on in the metaverse, I like to have that on my YouTube page. So if you got something going on you like to let people know about, definitely step up to the mic. Let us know. Shout out to Island Aesthetic in the building. I know that he's doing shows right now. Shout out to Andrew Money. Shout out to Miss Malik. Thanks for coming. Yo, Afro, thank you for coming. I played your song. Hopefully you liked it. Boss Leo, thank you for coming. And Rex, the CEO. I can't see it all, but thank you for coming. And Vic, thank you for coming as well.
Yeah.
But the mic is open here.
So, shameless self-promotion. I would like to say that Meta Talks Live is coming back sooner than later. Just finishing up some final details. But I want to say, we, and I know I can probably speak for Dane when we say this, people do different things for different reasons, right? The reason I like to highlight people and creators, one, because they deserve it, but two, it fulfills a need in myself when I felt undervalued and overlooked. And it's just stuff from your childhood that you just can't let go. And that's always kind of been the reason why I always am going to put people first every single time. Because we don't always get that in our physical lives, right? And even when we do reach a level when people recognize you for things. Some of those traumas from the childhood you just can't shake, but you realize that through people you can make a difference. Like you don't have to perpetuate those same cycles over and over and over again. And sometimes shit has to end with you. So shit has ended with me, and that's why it was an absolute privilege to have you on that stage. Why no one else has recognized that you're an amazing talent and have a story to tell at the same time, it is absolutely their loss. But any opportunity or any stage that I have, you are more than welcome to bless it with whatever show that I come up with next. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Those are
Listen,
amazing words
disregard
right there.
anything that comes out of Andrew's mouth. This is my brother, and he don't know how to act. Please.
I mean, did you not hear him at the MetaConnect concert? I mean,
Oh
Connect
my
conference.
gosh.
I mean, I was watching. I was like, "Is that Andrew, money?" It definitely was Andrew.
That won me.
Yes, sir. Let it be known. Hey, you guys. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming once again. Any last words before we go, Le Chocolate? Where can we find you?
As of late, you can find me in the sesh because if you haven't checked out this, you haven't checked out the sesh, and all right, I'm just gonna give its lure. Is what I like to call the thing that draws you in, which I think that's what that means anyway. But the lure of the sesh is just a place to go and relax. To sit. Sometimes I have music in there, but if I'm not there, I still have music that plays for you. You can go into this world and sit. You can go into this world to think. If you'd like to bring someone with you, you can play Trouble, because I did create the game Trouble here in Horizon World. You can play it in its life size, or you can play it personally right in the sesh. If you are 420 friendly, it's definitely a world for you. And
bring your Doritos with you.
Yes.
So you got Trouble in there, and that's what drew me in.
Yeah.
I went and my kids play Trouble, and I'm like, oh no, I don't want to play. But now I'm like, Trouble's in there. I might have to learn how to play Trouble.
Yeah, you're fine. Go ahead and try it. You won't. I promise, no contact is included. You can just enjoy yourself. Yeah.
That's very important. You know, my wife says, "Hey, no meta contact."
There you go.
All jokes, but you guys can always find me at The Same Dame on Instagram. Also, this is streaming live on Dames Live on YouTube. It looks like Horizon did a pretty good job today, and looks like we didn't have any glitches. So this should be a full great hour show for you guys to check out on YouTube. Last but not least, next week, I've got another creator that is overlooked in the metaverse. I can't wait to have her for Women's History Month. We've got La Cutie the Sweetest. La Cutie the Sweetest. If you haven't been by her worlds, checked out her beautiful dresses that she's doing, the prom dresses, all that stuff. That stuff matters. Because some girls didn't get a chance to go to prom, didn't get a chance to walk down the aisle and do different fun stuff. But we're going to get a chance to figure out why she built it. But last but not least, we'll be back next week. Same time, same place, right here with The Same Dame. Take care, y'all.
Thank you so much for having me.